So we've logged into Appfiles. We found our file, which is this 8886 Avocado Boulevard. And where we were talking about how we were going to upload paperwork and submit paperwork to our office administrator. So today you will see last session we did update or upload, upload a few pieces of paperwork, but I'm going to go ahead and show you that again today, just briefly. How we did this was we had the files saved on our computer and we went to this upload button and found them by browsing. And I happen to know that they're saved on my desktop in this file 8886. And I clicked on them. You can click multiple by holding down your control button on your keyboard and then open and then start upload. And you will see that they are now over here, uploaded paperwork. You can also bring files in or documents into your app file by using this file mailbox. What this is essentially is an email address that then will take your notes or your other emails and bring it into Appfiles. The way we do this is we click on copy, and then we can go to our email program and create a new email. And we then paste. You can right click with your mouse and do paste. And there's that file mailbox. And in this instance, we're just going to say test. And you'll type down test in the body of the email and send. And when we go back to Appfiles, we do have to refresh our screen. And you will see that that email went right here, test, and you can view it. So that file mailbox acts as a way to bring files or emails into your app file so that you can keep a consistent log of information flowing into your file. So now, how do we get this uploaded paperwork that we have in the file submitted to our office? What you do is you click on the actual piece of document and you see this button here that says submit. Submit means that you're actually going to send it to the checklist of items that are required for the file. So when you do that, it opens up a drop-down and you look for what document this is on the checklist, and you see right here, warranty deed printout. You click it and it submits it. For you as an agent, yours will turn blue. You see this green section around here? Yours will turn blue and this check mark will be an hourglass, meaning that you've submitted it to your office to be approved. The reason why mine is green is because I have instant access to approve the documents. So that will be the only difference when you're working with your file. Yours will be blue, and again, it will have a little hourglass here. So let's go ahead and do that again. We're going to submit now our property tax info. And we go ahead here, submit, and find property tax printout and submit it and close. Okay, and you can see here now it went onto the checklist, and again, because I have the capability of approving documents, mine turns green and has a check mark, and you'll also notice that it's locked. Yours will be blue and it will have a little hourglass here, and it will not be locked. The reason it locks it is because then it means that you can't make any changes to that document. Your office administrator or a manager would have to unlock that for you. Okay, so we've done the uploading and we have a final contract that has been signed by all parties, and we need to submit that to our office administrator. Let's take one step back though. How did we get it into our app file? We can do a couple of things. We can have it sent to the email address, again, this file mailbox, or we can upload it to our file here, whether it be on our desktop or we could also do it by scanning from the copier in the office. So you'll see there's a few different things here that say scans. That means that I scanned those particular items into the app file from the copier in the office. And when you do that, it goes into this section that says emailed paperwork. And this, you can see we open it up, and here again, I scanned in the warranty deed. Okay. Now, talking about that contract, I know that I got that contract back from the other agent, and it's in my email address or my email inbox. So I'm going to go to that and I'm going to find it. And here it is, executed contract. And the agent just said, here's the contract, looking forward to closing. Up next, appraisal and inspection. So how do I get this now into my app file? The easiest way is, again, to use that file mailbox. So we go to our app file, we copy this, go to our email, and forward this message to that file mailbox. So now it's sending the attachment. Here's the contract. We're going to right-click to paste that file mailbox, and we hit send. So now it's off. It's sent that message to our app file. When we go back to the app file, to make sure that we see those changes, we always have to refresh or reload the page. And that's what this little half circle with the arrowhead is on. You go ahead and click that, and you'll see it hasn't come in yet. I apologize. Sometimes it does take a minute, especially when it has a big attachment. It has not come yet. So I'll refresh again. Okay. It hasn't come yet because it does take a little bit more time when it has a big attachment. But I will tell you that I cheated and I already uploaded it. I just have to find which one it is here. Oh, I lied. Maybe I didn't. We're having technical difficulties today. Okay, here it is. We refresh now, and here it is, the avocado contract. You'll notice, though, that it's also over here. When you're trying to work with the documents from Appfiles that have been emailed in, please do not click on this. This will not give you the actual document. You need to make sure that you are getting it or retrieving it from this section where it is over here. This is what you're going to be working with. So when we click this avocado contract, we can see that it's now been fully executed, and you'll just want to make sure that it's all good. You probably already checked it through your email anyway. You just check the contract, and we're going to submit now to our office. So again, we click submit and put that contract onto the checklist. Just as a reminder, the contract will have this border as blue for you, and it will show an hourglass. Okay, we can go ahead and close that. Now, we needed to send this executed contract to the lender and also to the title company, because now everyone's good with it. It's been fully executed. We need to get the ball rolling so that the appraisal can be done, or the inspection or whatever, and all the title work needs to start happening. So how can we do that? We've already put in our information for our lender and also the title company. So if we click right onto this document, you'll notice that there's a send via email button right here. We can actually click on that, use the drop-down arrow, and find those parties' email addresses in our list. So if we were to send it to the mortgage broker, we could add that. We could then also go back and add the email for the title company. And you can see here that it's already attached. We can type our message and then send. Since this is a test file, I'm not actually going to send the message. I don't want to confuse anyone, but that's how you would proceed. You would type, hey, got a new contract, looking forward to working with you, or whatever information you wanted to tell them, and then send the message. Since we're not going to do that, I'm just going to close out. Now, what if you needed to send other documentation besides just this contract? You can go over to this right side and say, compose an email. And when you do that, again, it opens up a message. You use the drop down again to select the parties of who you want to send it to. And then here you can add attachments. So all the paperwork that you have in this file that could possibly be sent to someone is ready and able for you to just click on it and send it to whoever it needs to be received by. So the contract, maybe they need the MLS. We have over here, maybe they need an escrow deposit verification. You could click this and say finished, and again, type your message and then send the message. Every time you do that, what we call an activity, and that goes down here in this create and update section. So you'll see today we emailed in, we did a test email, we've scanned documents. It creates this record or this log in this activity section. And if we're working with somebody that's within our company and we needed to update them on some information, we can actually use this create and update section, type our message, and then tag who we want to receive that message. And over here, you can say only me and other commenters, all alerted users, or only me, and then create the update. So we're just going to type a quick note to ourselves on this file. Got executed contract sent to a loan officer and title agent. Okay, and I only want it to go to me. It's just making a mental note for myself that that's what I've done in this file. We click create update, and here it is. So it can act as an truly like an activity log, all the steps that you took within your file. And we have about 9 minutes left. I don't see that anybody's typed any questions yet. This will be recorded and go up to YouTube so that you can refer back to it. And for next week, we're going to go further on submitting these documents, making changes to a contract. If for some reason the seller sent the contract back and it had X outs or cross outs, and we needed to now have our buyers initial those changes and agree to those changes, how we interact with that. And finally, we can talk a little bit about creating a task in the file that's up here. How this task system can actually help you, as well as creating those updates and keeping track of things, but how tasks can also keep track of things for you. Does anyone have any questions? Feel free to type them in the chat box. I hope I'm adding value for you and that you're learning something every time we do these sessions. As we get through these basic things, then we'll start compounding onto more advanced things that Appfiles can do for us. We kind of have to lay the groundwork for right now and make sure that everyone knows how to use the system efficiently and effectively. And I see that no one has any questions as of yet. So if that's the case, we'll go ahead and actually, I just got a question in. It says, how do you enlarge the typed seller's name, for instance, if it's too long? Okay. So I think what she's referring to is, say we were looking, let me find a document here. We'll use the wire fraud notice. This is actually signed. So we will add a form. Let's do an addendum. All right, and I'm guessing that if you're typing something that is super long and you click to the next field, you notice how, because this was very long, it made it very small. You could actually have to edit this field, and by editing, you have to click on this blue button here. And when you do that, then you have to go to this particular field, click on it, it turns orange, and then you can, oh, sorry, select this item. Then you would have to drag this to make it bigger. And when you do that, close, and now you see it's bigger. You have to be careful when you do this though, because then you're going over that next field. So you have to make sure that you have room to fit that. It might be best to move it around, which you can also do by, again, clicking on it, and you see how the arrowhead moves, so you can move this around. This is a little bit of an advanced thing. We'll get more into this stuff too as we move forward, but that's just a quick way to show you. All right, do we have any other questions before we sign off for today? Okay, Judy says that's what she meant, so we got that question answered for her. So So we'll go ahead and wrap up for today. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we will be back next week, same time, same channel. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.